Hey guys, so Mother's Day is around the corner, and I don't know if you've noticed, but it's also spring. So all the flowers are blooming, and I'm going to teach you some real easy steps to draw this beautiful flower right here, and it is called a lily, and it is one of my favorite flowers. And it looks like it might be difficult, but once you've got this drawing down, you can then take this flower and color it any way you want to, or paint it, or decorate it, and give it to your lovely mother, or grandmother, or auntie, or any special woman that is in your life that you just feel like giving a lovely gift to. So, here's how we go about making this lovely lily. First of all, you're going to need a piece of paper. Now, depending on what you want to do with this lily, it could be a piece of paper of any size. Now, you could even do this as the front of a card. So you can fold your paper in half if you want to as you draw with me and draw your lily on there. But I'm going to do this full size so you can see exactly what it is that I have done. The next thing you're going to do is take your pencil, your pen, colored pencils, markers, whatever it is you want to do. But you may want to start with the pencil first because we are just learning. And then you can trace over it later on if you'd like to. So I'm going to do this in a black marker simply so you can see what it is that I have done on this lovely lily. To start my lily, what I've done is I begin with this lovely big swirl right here. And swirls are just really fun to draw, are they not? Then we start working towards the center. We come around with another swirl. We work on this bottom part, then down here, and we end with the stem. So those are the steps we're going to look at. Now let's break them down and see how they actually end up on the paper, shall we? So, like I said, first I'm going to begin with the swirl. Now you got to give yourself a little bit of room because you got a whole flower that is going on here. So I'm going to just swirl up and around. Isn't that just a lovely start? Of course it is. We do amazing things here, don't we? So no matter how it looks, you're going to be able to turn this into some kind of a flower. Whether your swirl is big or little, because really it's a flower, and in nature, they just grow all different sizes. So it doesn't matter what you're started like, it's going to end up being your lily. And when they get this card, picture, whatever it's going to end up being from you, they're going to love it. It's special. Now I'm going to go towards the center, and I'm going to create this little part here, the stamen. And of course, we'll decorate and add all this other little textural stuff later. Don't worry about that right now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add this little smiley looking line right here, my little curved line. And that goes underneath the start of my swirl. There it is. And now I'm going to add my little, looks like half of an oval popping out. It's coming together already. From the top of my swirl, I'm going to create this big loop that I don't finish because that's going to then become petals at the end. So I'm going to start with a great big loop. I'm going to kind of let that drift off there. And as it drifts off, it has very little, just a little bit of ridge I give it. And underneath, I'll come down with another little swirl. And that gives it the visualization that it's kind of 3D, it's flowing behind it. And then for the bottom, we're going to, again, create more of a curved line. This is going to open up into a U shape so that it looks like it's holding all of our flower. So this is going to happen underneath our swirl. And then however much room you have for your stem, And just take that right off the page there. And there it is. And then with my marker, I added a little bit of texture in the stamen, where they would have the pollen. And when I'm doing my little dots here, I'm not doing them super hard. I don't want to slam my marker on the table because that's going to ruin my marker, if that's what you're choosing to use. And then I just kind of get some lines that flow into that to add a little bit of texture to it. And there we go, something real simple. Now, of course, depending on the skill of the artist that is drawing, you could use some watercolors, give this a nice little watercolor wash, leave the background blank so that you could write something. You could use one of our former techniques that we've used where we've done the baggie, and you color on the bag, spray it with the water, and then place it on top of this. That would look really, really neat, even though lilies are white in general. So if you wanted to do that, you could also color the lily white with a crayon, and that would allow the color to kind of disperse into the background. You could sit and color this with your colored pencils, adding lots of value. There's just a lot of different ways for you to color this. So, the older the child is, the more they're going to put some details and thought into it. But it turns out really, really beautiful. And so I hope they find these directions, let me untie my tongue, easy to follow. And they have fun making this for someone special. And until the next time I see you guys, make sure you take care, stay safe. I love and miss you all. Bye, friends.